Hi, I'm Leslie, and I want to tell you a story. Press like, subscribe to the channel, and get ready to listen. Those are my best friends, Olivia, Vicky, and Eva. We dreamed of starting our own band. Our parents supported us, and Vicky's dad even let us rehearse in his garage. We usually played covers of famous songs, but I tried to write some originals as well. Of course, we had a lot of things in common besides music. School, girly secrets, and inside jokes. By the way, that's our classmate and my neighbor Ray. We constantly made fun of him. We all got C's in English Lit, but Ray got an A again. Everyone knows that he sucks up to the teachers to get better grades, Olivia. We're not going to stoop to his level, are we? Of course everyone laughed, and Ray blushed like a ripe tomato. The classes ended and I went home, as usual. The sky suddenly turned dark and heavy rain began to fall. By the time I got home, I was soaking wet. Oh no, the keys! Had I forgotten or lost them? My parents were not at home and it kept raining. I realized I was starting to shake from the cold. Hey Leslie, as I said, Ray was my neighbor, and now he was waving at me from the porch of his house. Of course, I wouldn't have even looked in his direction if the situation had been different, but the circumstances left me with no choice. You're soaked to the bone! Come in and warm up while your parents are at work. Of course, I was surprised by his kindness. Ray avoided me at school because of how we treated him. Thanks, Ray. I didn't expect you to be so noble. He gave me a cup of hot chocolate and a sandwich. At first I felt awkward, but then Ray and I got to talking and didn't even notice when the rain stopped. He was a very nice and kind guy. It turned out that he loved music just like me and even knew how to play guitar. After that, I saw Ray in a different light. I stopped bullying him at school and we even started going home after school together. I'm not sure when I realized that I liked him, but he had feelings for me too, because after a while, we started dating. Leslie, are you for real? I'm shocked. You bullied Ray more than any of us, and now you're saying he's your boyfriend? Of course my friends were shocked when we became a couple. Don't tell me we'll have to hang out with that loser too. The girls made it clear that they weren't going to befriend Ray. That worried me, but then I found a solution. Ray, you know how much I value my friendship with Olivia, Vicky, and Eva, but you're just as important to me. I decided to divide my time equally between my boyfriend and friends, and hoped they would eventually get along. Leslie, let's go to the movies tonight. You told me you've been waiting for this premiere for a long time. I promised my friends that I would come to the rehearsal. Nothing terrible will happen if you miss it this one time. I decided that I already devoted a lot of time to music, and one missed rehearsal would not change anything. However, it soon happened again, and then again, and the girls got mad at me. Leslie, you completely forgot about us. All you're thinking about is Ray. Can't you break up with him? You hardly ever come to the rehearsals, and even when you do, you're distracted. Girls, I know that you're having a hard time without me, but I will try to spend more time with you. They gave each other a strange look, but said nothing. I decided to talk to Ray about it because I thought my boyfriend would understand, but I was wrong. Music is more important to you than me? No, of course not. Leslie, music is just a hobby, but relationships should be taken seriously. Make the right choice. I was caught between a rock and a hard place, and I didn't know how to make Ray and the girls get along so that I wouldn't have to choose. I thought about it all night, so I didn't get enough sleep and was late for school. Turned out we were supposed to work in groups that day. Imagine my surprise when I saw Ray sitting next to Vicky, Olivia, and Eva. The teacher thought I wasn't coming and made them work together. That wouldn't end well. I joined another group, but instead of reading the textbook, I kept glancing at Ray and my friends. To my surprise, they did great. If we take this sample, put it in a test tube, and add a drop of iodine, the girls were looking at my boyfriend with their mouths wide open. None of them were good at chemistry, while Ray was a perfect student. They each got an A+. Your boyfriend isn't all bad. I've never even gotten a B before, and thanks to him I got an A+. Perhaps they could grow to like Ray after all. I was so happy. Now I wouldn't have to choose between them because Ray started coming to our rehearsals, and even sometimes joined us on second guitar. Girls, have you seen this? One day Eva ran into the classroom, waving some paper around. It turned out an annual talent contest was going to be held at our school soon. Girls, this is our chance. It's a great opportunity to show everyone that there are promising young musicians in our town. That's a great idea. Let's apply for it as soon as possible. Of course, we immediately went to the teachers and said that our band wanted to perform. After that, we began to prepare intensely. We rehearsed for several hours every day and soon perfected our performance. Olivia's mom could sew and made us costumes. Finally, the day of the contest came. We were waiting for our turn, and Ray cheered us on the whole time. He was so cute. The girls seemed worried, and I realized that something was wrong. At first, I noticed that my guitar wasn't tuned, even though I was certain I tuned it the day before. While I was fixing that, I completely forgot about my costume. And when I took it out of the bag, I was horrified. The sandwich container my mom had given me had opened, and the entire costume was covered in terrible sauce stains. To top it all off, my makeup bag was gone. I rummaged through my bag, but it was nowhere to be found. How could it be? Leslie, are you alright? No, we're up in a few minutes and I'm not ready at all. Just use my makeup, and you don't have to wear the costume. We could all perform in ordinary clothes if you want. Girls, you are the best. I cheered up a bit, but suddenly a rack with paints used to create the props fell right next to me. I got covered from head to toe with all the colors of the rainbow. Leslie, are you hurt? No, but I can't go on stage like this. What are we supposed to do now? I felt so helpless I burst out crying. It was like someone had cursed me. Girls, you can't perform without me. We'll have to cancel everything. Eva, Vicky, and Olivia exchanged glances. I could tell by the looks on their faces they still wanted to perform. Unfortunately, the band's front woman currently looked like a parrot. Ray suddenly spoke up. There's no need to cancel anything, but they can't do it without me. I've been to all your rehearsals, so I know your repertoire well. I could replace you. That's not a bad idea. Ray plays the guitar too. Yeah, let's do that. Of course I was upset, but it was time for our band to perform, and canceling at the last moment would ruin our reputation. And the girls clearly thought Ray's idea was awesome. Well, good luck then. I had to stay backstage as they performed, of course. They did great. The audience burst into applause. They were even asked to perform an encore. The jury unanimously decided to grant us the first place. It wasn't that I was jealous, but my bad luck that day upset me. I was very happy for them. That was amazing, Leslie. Did you hear the applause? Of course I did. Congratulations. Ray, you did great. Thank you for saving our butts. My adrenaline's pumping. Of course I helped. We're friends. Let's celebrate our victory in our garage. That's a great idea. We could discuss our plans for the band's future. We bought a bunch of snacks and headed to the garage. While the girls and Ray were preparing for our little party, I took a shower at Vicky's house. Luckily, I washed off the paint without any problems and felt a bit better. However, as I was approaching the garage, I heard Ray's voice. Leslie said you were morons without a drop of talent that couldn't do anything without her. But now I know that's not true. What the actual hell? What was he talking about? Yeah, we've noticed that Leslie thinks she's in charge and looks down on us. I opened the garage door and determined to prove Ray was lying. Girls, this is complete nonsense. No need to lie, Leslie. Everything is clear. You even wanted to cancel the band's performance because you thought we couldn't do anything without you. I was shocked, and Ray was smiling contentedly. It immediately became clear to me that my boyfriend had got close to me to drive a wedge between me and the girls. But why was he doing it to me? Let's talk about this. We have nothing more to say to you. You should go, Leslie. I felt terrible. I lost both my boyfriend and my friends that night. They didn't even look at me at school. And when I tried to come up to them, they ignored me and walked away. Well, Leslie, you finally know what it's like not to belong. It suddenly dawned on me. You wanted to get back at me for making fun of you, didn't you? You messed up my guitar, costume, and makeup bag before the concert? I also pushed the rack with the paint so that you wouldn't be able to get on stage for sure. You're such a bastard. I wanted to hit him with something heavy, but I held back. Things got even worse when I found out that my friends and Ray were still rehearsing together. They were going to perform at a club in the city during an open mic session. It was yet another thing Ray had taken away from me. My friends and I had long dreamed of performing there. He'd gone too far. I was going to get my friends back no matter what. I came up with a great idea. I applied for the open mic in that club too and started to prepare. Even though my ex had tried to take away everything I held dear, I still had my guitar and my voice. On the day of the performance, I waited for my turn and went on stage. You should have seen the faces of the girls and Ray. Olivia, Vicky, and Eva were stunned, and Ray's face was twisted in anger. There are people here tonight who are very important to me. Girls, this song is for you. I started playing the guitar and singing. The lyrics were one big apology for acting like a complete fool. I poured my heart and soul into it. I really wanted to get my friends back. The audience loved it. The girls looked lost. It was obvious that my performance touched them. I'd also like to apologize to you, Ray. I was cruel to you and shouldn't have made fun of you for no reason. Someone in the audience even shed tears. I got down from the stage and immediately got surrounded by my friends. We were finally reunited, but Ray wasn't going to give up that easily. You mean nothing to her. She even passed off the songs I wrote as her own. I'd had enough. He's lying again. I'm not. I just composed a new song. I can prove that Leslie is a two-faced liar. Just imagine, he snatched my guitar out of my hands and got up on stage. What was he up to now? I'm going to sing a song I composed myself. It's called Love. Huge letters appeared on the screen behind Ray, and he started to sing. I couldn't believe my ears. That was the song I'd composed. I hadn't had time to show it to my friends yet. My ex-boyfriend was the only one who knew about it. He'd always only wanted one thing, to ruin my life. So he thoroughly prepared, secretly stole my work, and waited for the right moment to pass it off as his own. Ugh, thanks. Everyone started clapping, but my friends stood still and just grinned. Ray got down from the stage and came up to us. See? Leslie didn't do anything for the band. She just wanted to take all the credit. She didn't respect you and kept lying to you. Now we see that you are a complete bastard. I couldn't help but laugh, and the girls joined me. Ray looked so confused. We immediately realized that the names of the song is an abbreviation of the first letters of our names. Leslie, Olivia, Vicky, Eva. We came up with the idea a while ago. It's a symbol of our friendship. You played yourself. I was happy that my friends finally realized that jerk just wanted to get revenge and steal everything that was dear to me. My songs, music, band, and friends. He couldn't have known what the name of the song truly meant. I'd also realized a lot of things. Girls, I'm sorry. I went too far and believed that the band would fall apart without me. Complete. We are all equally important because if you remove even one piece of the puzzle, it will no longer be complete. We're sorry too. We were hurt and betrayed our friendship when we believed Ray's lies. Things got better. We started rehearsing again because another performance was coming up. I hoped it was just the beginning and we would become real stars in a few years. By the way, don't you think we should come up with a name for our band? It's about time. Any ideas? That's easy. We should call ourselves Love. What do you think, Leslie? It's perfect. You might be wondering what happened to Ray. He couldn't continue studying in our class and transferred. I hoped he was ashamed of everything he did. When I met him on the street, he turned away and pretended he hadn't seen his neighbor and ex-girlfriend. I changed and never made fun of anyone again. Not because it could cause problems for me, but because no one deserved to be treated that way. After all, to be honest, Ray was a good guy. Perhaps if I hadn't laughed at him in the beginning, things could have turned out differently. Do you think I should try talking to Ray again and make things right? Write your answers in the comments down below. Bye! Hey squad! Like to see your life in comics? Stories that are so embarrassing that even friends do not know about them. Don't say you don't have such ones. They belong on the Anon Please channel. Check it out! Click here!